it is in my car. I'm at home, it's in my radio. It's always, I was listening. I knew before he traveled, I think a day, either the day before or a day after. Yeah, a day before he traveled. Somebody called. I think this person supposed to have called from somewhere in the north. And it was telling him, when are you going to come home? Because what you're saying is so good. It's like he's trying to drag him to come. What did he do? He finally traveled. Like I said, I was always on the radio. So I never had any information that he was traveling. Because I don't know if anybody knew he was going to travel. Because he did not announce it. He was always saying he was going to go to the zoo. But he never said when he was going to go. So when I listened and I didn't hear his voice, I wasn't IPOB. So I was just like any other listener. And the radio there was no radio in the United States. Or it was all coming from London, from the central office. And when I didn't hear him, I called my brother who introduced me to listening to this radio. And I said, what's up? Your man is not talking today. I used the word your man because I wasn't part of IPOB. He was. And then later, a few minutes later, the deputy announced it, that our leader that he had been arrested. That's when I decided to become a member of IPOB. Because it means what he's talking, he is really, really now a true freedom fighter. He was not just a rabble-rouser. Because if he was, nobody would pay him any attention. Obasanjo arrested him. And just said to people, you know what, leave this guy. He's going to create problem for me. They left him as if nothing happened. No press, nothing. Nobody spoke about it. Then the giant, the late Buhari, who is somebody who thinks he knows everything, got him arrested and catapulted him to the superstar. Because now people started listening. Who is this man? Who is this person? First of all, the only time I heard Radio Biafra was when they said, oh, we've now jammed Radio Biafra. I said, well, Radio Biafra, was there anything called Radio Biafra? So, this same thing that is the process that we're going through now, some people are don't get worried about it. I know people like Nnamdi Kanu. They never go up until something happens, honestly. And everything that happens to them, that looks like it's happening to them, is to their own advantage. When the water is running too smooth, it needs a bridge to create the fiction. And that is what is happening now. These people are all wasting that, and they all fall on the wayside. You don't see all of them are jumping out and doing videos and swearing by the Bible and everything. Just watch them. Why are they panicking? Manda saying all of them are now. There's the problem. Serious problem. Everybody is lying against the other. Ghana about he's lying left and right. Was Iyke is picking up his Bible. Nobody even told him. I don't know. And he brought out a very big Bible. You know, these people are idiots. I look at it and I tell myself, hey, because they don't know what they are doing. I saw him this morning dancing with wearing his white in the midst of people clapping for him, and he need now confusion. They don't know what else to do. Nnamdi Kanu is there broadcasting, saying his thing. Also, again, the whiter than white. If you think you're whiter than white, you don't need to be swearing for anybody. We trust him. People are like, oh, he's talking, the thief. He's thieving from Biafra. You tell us you are not a member of IPOB. And he's stealing. Which money is he stealing? From the IPOB or what? That's what I don't understand. So waiting concern you with what money he's stealing. As long as you're not. We should be complaining, but we are not. We are not complaining. We're even giving in more. We're ready to give more unless we don't have. We will give everything in our life to support what we are doing. So if that is a problem for you, I'm sorry. There's no way we can help you. The man made an announcement. He instructed somebody to give you 20 million. He instructed somebody. He didn't say he came to you. He was in jail. He instructed somebody to bring this money to you. That for him, already the money was given to you because he even spoke to you when they were there. It's on the broadcast. I'm not making it up. Now, all of a sudden, you are denying, you are swearing by the Quran or whatever. That is not the issue. He said he gave it to somebody. Make a video and call those people. Call their name in your video. Nnamdi didn't say, I came and gave you 20 billion. No. I instructed that you should be given this money to protect our people. Did you do that? No. Now you're swearing the Quran. You think you're fooling anybody. And in the first place, you're even the swearing is in the past tense. Because you say, I swore. No. You swear, not I swore. I swore means you've done it before. You're just repeating what you have done. Do it there live. There are people. You see, that's why each time somebody says something on the Facebook, they say, oh, it's propaganda. No. Propaganda has no reference. If somebody says something and makes a reference, now it starts being a propaganda because you can investigate it. Even Kunle and Alhaji, when you listen to them, Alhaji said, for the past 6 years or 6 months or whatever, Fashoye has not given contract to any Igbo man. Check it. That starts being a propaganda. The moment he says, go and check. Go and check means you can find it out. Reverend Emmanuel Bosso was quoting the Constitution. He said how many times they called mosque, how many times they called Islam, that there is no Christian in the Nigerian Constitution. The simple test of the pudding is go and check the Constitution and see if he's lying. Stop sitting down and saying it's propaganda. Verifiable facts are not, stop being a propaganda. Propaganda is something that you cannot verify. If you come and tell me man Nnamdi Kanu is a thief, okay, I agree. So who did he steal from? There must be a victim and there must be somebody has lost something. So bring out somebody who will come and say, this man stole from me. So when you start carrying the story that somebody is a thief without giving us proof, you are making a fool of yourself. Not to people like us anyway, because there are some stupid people that will believe you. After all, the man in Aso Rock is not Buhari. But there are people still today who tell you that man is Buhari. You know, somebody even came, you look at him as a very intelligent. He goes, science have gone so high that I know that man doesn't look like a 80 years old man. But with the modern day, maybe there's something they did in the hospital. I said, but could Elizabeth is still old? Could Elizabeth could have become a TT now? Could Elizabeth could have taken that thing so that she would look like a 16-year-old? Why are you people fooling yourself? You're lying to yourself. For something as serious as this. We are watching this movie. Honestly. The movie is developed. I'm telling you, nothing else gives me joy than these things that are happening. Because I am seeing the stupidity and the foolishness of a lot of people. People you think that are smart. Once in a while, they come out, they make some noise and they go back inside. And they say nothing. Anybody that says something, he's threatened and he just runs, runs for his dear life. But you see, the point is that somebody I read said that the world was round many, many years ago. They killed him. They put him in the stake and everything. And after many years, many years, they discovered that the world was round. You see, when the man said the world was round and they killed him, the world didn't stop being round. It will never dance to you. The truth is the truth will always be there. No matter how much you try to deny it, no matter how much you try to paint it, the truth will always remain. It will always prevail. It's like an oil that refuses to settle under water. It will never settle there. It will always come to the surface. No matter how you put it there, unless you put it in a bottle and dip it down inside the water, then it probably stays with the bottle. As soon as you open the bottle under the water, the oil comes to the surface. The oil is the truth. That's the point. That's the way truth is. No matter how much you try to hide it, it will never go down. Never. So they can be dancing and jumping and lying, and they will lie and keep on lying. Look at what's his name? Tony Nadi. I was one of the lawyers who even sure is a lawyer, because I read what Ejiofor wrote. Ejiofor is the head of the Nnamdi Kanu's team of lawyers, IPOB lawyers. Why would you go and lie? You want to take glory for what you did? Lower Niger Congress.